Hey everybody, and welcome back to Terraria. So, as of right now, we have defeated every single event and boss that we possibly can up to this point. All that's left is the final event of the game, which we will be starting in this video. However, I do kind of want to take one final look around my world, because despite my world being, the place I've spent this entire playthrough in, I haven't seen many of its detailed places that much. Like, I haven't been to the Hollow formally in quite a while. And I also barely explored the underground desert, or been to any of my old caves, been through the ice biome very much, or snow biome. Yeah, just all this other stuff. I passed through these living trees, but haven't really given them much of a better look, and I haven't been on this side of the world in ages. There's still a meteorite there. That's how long I've avoided that. So in this video, I think I'm just going to take one final sweep around the big areas of my world. And we're going to do Empress of Light during day, which should be pretty fun. It's just for fun. I'm not, actually going to try to win, but we'll see how good I do. And then after that, we're going to go deal with those cultists. And then start the final events of the game, which I will not be doing this time. I'm saving that for next time. So first of all, the spot I'm standing in right now is actually the spot that we began the game on. This is exactly where I was placed when I loaded the world for the first time. There was just some trees around. It was broad daylight and not stormy and rainy. And the guide was right here. His name was Kyle as well. What's our current guide's name? Brian. He has the most basic names ever. He's got some good names though. That was before I added all the houses, put up the sunflowers and stuff, had the princess for one thing, and yeah, that's right, this world's name is Plaza of Homicide. Somehow I forget that that's the world's name, even though I see the world name every single time I begin the game, and you guys don't, because I always start when I'm in the world, almost always. But yeah, that's just a great name. It fits Terraria world so well. Plaza of Homicide. I'm gonna remember that name for the rest of my life. And all that, at the very beginning, was also way before I built this giant creeper face base, which is my name for it. I never actually, put up a sign and gave it a name, but, I just call it the creeper face base. Because that works. I remember, I looked back on part 15 when I built it, and, the first version of it was just an empty husk. I didn't put anything in it until the, in between that video and the Crimson video, where I then put all this stuff up in here, and then showed it off in Crimson, hey, look at my new stuff. And even then, it wasn't nearly as decorated as it is now. I've got all these banners, all these trophies, and paintings and stuff. And that reminds me, I just saw my lack of, tables. I left them at the Old Ones Army Arena. Let me go get them real quick. I just passed by that rope. that was a remnant of in the early game where you basically had to build a rope or some blocks up to get anywhere. That was kind of annoying. And it still is kind of annoying. Do I have the wire cutter on me? Probably don't. I should really start using my safe a lot more. But since the series is almost over, I don't really see that big a reason for it. Or am I keeping my wire? No, I'm keeping it here instead. I didn't get the wire cutter. Interesting, because that's what you need to break wires. So yeah, let's go get the wire cutter real quick. There we go. Plus 20 range. Wow. Okay. Oh, the wrenches all have 20 range. Man, you could just build wires all the way out here. That's crazy. Hammer to change direction. That's interesting. I'll play with that after I'm done with the game though. Lights up bulb for each wire color. Again, very interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff you could do with the, stuff like that in this game that I'd be willing to try off camera. The only reason why I didn't do them in this playthrough is because I just don't think it fits a YouTube playthrough very well. More on that in a bit. Oh yeah, I also think I might add some Duke Fishron farming on top of the things to do this video. Excuse the hell out of me. I also think I might add some Duke Fishron farming just because, I do want those wings really badly, and also, I got stuff I want to talk about in this video, so that'll be the perfect excuse to do so. I'm going to put down the heart statue, down here, so that I can get a good... I left my wrench. God damn. You need so many tools just to put wire down. It's very strange. but it works. And there we go. Then we can have that running during certain events. Let's just say certain events. I just gotta put these back in general, even though I said I should put them back in tools. Don't worry about it. Got 135 Defender medals, and that reminds me, I should go see what the Tavern Keep says. Before I start my little nostalgic callback with the world, I should go see what the Tavern Keep says about my victory. Wipe your feet before you step in here. The floor was just waxed. Alright. That's a funny way of saying congratulations for doing the hardest event in all of Terraria. Thanks, buddy. The first thing you need to know is the special... Yeah, okay. Down some ale. I'm good. Do you say... Okay, I guess he just doesn't mention my amazing victory against the very army that is from the same game that he is, but... Sure, I'm not mad about that or anything. I'm really not. But... Oh, I didn't put my stuff back down. What am I even doing? I'm slacking. I forget about things like that very often. Let's put the ammo box up here, and boom, it's perfect now. Never use this safe. I guess we'll keep the Brand of the Inferno in there. How do you use the shield on this thing? What is... Strong knockback, apparently. But I don't really care about knockback, to be perfectly honest. We're done with events. No, you're going in here, alright? I don't know why I would really use that. It's 108 compared to 161. I don't see why I would use that. Alright, now that this party is starting, I guess it's very fitting. Let's just take a look back in my world. This house is the very first house I built, and it's kind of fitting that the princess is in it. Because, you know, it's the first house I built. I remember, I keep watching the first video. Don't ask why. It's something's weird with my brain, but I just can't stop rewatching my first video. And on the first night, I didn't even have the roof. It was just this box. It was just a shoebox with nothing on it, and then I added the roof later on. And that was back when I made them out of just stone blocks, before I tried Graveberg, and also before I added windows. Like, my house has really evolved since then. And then I just added basements building down to the ground because I didn't know where else to build. I didn't really have any ideas for big shapes. This house wasn't decorated until like 5 episodes ago. And these houses still aren't that decorated at all. Hey dude, you got some money? Oh, thank you for 10 gold. Why? I believe 10 gold is the maximum he can carry. I bumped the headphones, sorry if you guys could hear that. Why does it show the platinum icon in the collect tab if he doesn't carry a platinum? Anyway, remember when my my thing was down here, my bed was down there? Like every time I would begin, I would have to get up and out of the house to start. It was weird. It feels a lot more natural to start up there. What's this table again? Banquet table. Alright, interesting. You just sewed it. That's the same dress. Do you just keep sewing the same dress? Let me remind myself of what you're selling. Oh yes, a whole bunch of overly expensive garbage. I'm kind of tempted to get the royal set, not gonna lie. Although I did say I was gonna roll with, like, you know, beetle armor plus star hairpin / familiar wig, whatever. It's gonna be star hairpin from now on for the rest of the series. I am kind of tempted to get some of this potted crystal fern. You know what? Why don't I get both of these and put them around this this platform right here? Whoa, that is much bigger than I thought. Okay, that looks cool. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. And you know what? I'm actually gonna get rid of all the trees on here. You may be wondering why. Unfortunately, I can't tell you all my secrets. Anyway, this is the first cave I ever went down in part 2. Now, I didn't go in here right away. I think, like, I went down here, or no, it was right here. There was a chest right here, I remember. And then I stopped. I went back up. Actually, I may have gone down here before I built back up out of there. I remember being scared away from a cave because I heard a worm, and I didn't know how to fight worms at the time. I didn't know that they were actually pretty darn easy. Then you get down in here, and like, there's a zombie right here. And then I managed to avoid this boulder trap because I didn't go down there. And then this was the first dart trap. And from now on, I would proceed to be hit by pretty much every single dart trap in the entire game because I am so terrible watching out for them. Oh, look at this. I think I was building up to some lead ore right here using this. Or no, I was building up to the trap because I just watched the video recently. And then there was this cave. I went over here, but I just stopped and didn't keep going. I wonder, was there anything else over here? Or was it just nothing? Oh, I see a boulder trap through here. So there are some more caves. There's a tiny tunnel up there. Is that a house? Does it looks kind of like a house. It's not a house. Okay, let's go down. See what's down here. Torches, we're gonna get rid of that. Man, there's this whole freaking secret cave. Oh my god, it connects to the gravel cave! Awesome! I love stuff like this. Just finding all these new areas that connect to previous areas I've been that were sitting there the whole time and I never knew. That's one of my favorite things about both this game and Minecraft. It's just like, the world has so many secret things that you just don't see. Because, like, you only ever need to go through about 12% of the game's caves to progress. Of this game's caves. I'm not talking about Minecraft. Oh, look at that. It's another big pile of sand. But this one makes sense because it is by the desert. So this is actually entering the underground desert. I just pressed W. I don't know what that did. Well, I'm not going to dig that way, but let's see. Is there anything special down this way? Or is it just a bunch of space before the sand? It's probably just going to be a bunch of space before the sand. Oh, no. Wait, there's a pretty big tunnel with some copper I never saw. And, oh wait, whoa, it just keeps going. So it looks like you do just get tungsten bullets out of pots in hard mode, that's cool. Some palladium ended up here. I don't know when that was because, like, I broke demon altars 2 different times. There's demonite down here, 2 patches. Crazy. Look at all this cave space that was just sitting here, off screen, in the dark. And I never knew of its existence. And, it looks like we got a broken boulder trap. Oh wait, no, I've been here before. I dug that open. Never mind, that's not a broken boulder trap. This loops back around to my main cave. We'll explore the caves later, honestly. Let's go back up to the surface for now. So I remember, like, my first big exploration in part 1 was out this way. I believe, like, I had just gone into this cave to check it out, which is now hollowed and corrupted at the same time, and I heard the music of the ice biome, but I didn't actually go there until part 2. Anyway, I went out this way, and, like, I found this lake, where I built, like, the most basic platform bridge across, and now I developed it into this. I kept going, and then came across desert, which now looks very different. Well, that's funny. Hollow Deserts played the regular rain theme. I always thought that was weird. The music priorities in this game were weird. I still think it, so, because, like, the Hollow... Ooh. He doesn't have his turban on, or whatever that is. His hat. The Pyramids of Heat Stroke, that's right. Okay, I'll have to remind myself of the town's names as well. Anyway, what was I just saying? Yeah, the music priorities in this game are weird. That's basically it. Hey, I remember this was regular desert, it wasn't hollowed. I like the look of hollow deserts, it's just like... I do kind of miss regular deserts. Both of my deserts are now this way, and I don't really have enough time or care to put it back to normal. And then back to forest. I believe it was around here that I saw a purple slime, which was quite a bit stronger than the other slimes. I think there were some chests in there, can't really remember. Then there was this little valley. At the time, it was just a forgettable section of land that I passed through in the jungle, until it then became the Hollow, as a part of hard mode. I was hoping it would not be raining so that we could hear the Surface Hollow theme again, but looks like that's not happening, because the Surface Hollow theme is pretty cool, honestly. It's repetitive, and we heard it a lot early on, but as hard mode went on, I heard it way less and less, because I barely came here, and whenever I did, I usually had some other song playing, like Rain, and then beyond here is the jungle. I remember coming here in part 1 and seeing, like, the 60 health slime and being like, oh, this place is way too high level. Went through here, got some chests, not caves. That'll wait. And then a bat almost killed me, and so I teleported back home. Then I came back here on part 8. Or, no, part 5. Quite a while later. That was before I had built this thing, but I do remember building the Tree of Strangling, as I now call it, and being so annoyed by the mob spawns, to the point where the one person who's, like, actually watched most of the series early on commented saying that I should get a summoner weapon, and I used his advice, and it turned out really well for me. What's this? Medium improvements? Could always save this. I was about to just eat it right now for the sake of it, but I could always just save it. Yeah, most of the jungle is just jungle, and I wouldn't really get to know it until part 8, where I delve down inside of it, but I think we'll get to that later. For now, in part 5, I went to this side. Oh my god, it's just as bad as it is. Yeah. This side was just regular forest at one point, and now it's completely corrupted. Let's take a look. Let's go through. Let's just see the damage that has been done to this place. And I believe, looking on the map as well, where's this corruptor? I know you're up there somewhere. There you are. You're dead. Looking on the map, yeah, this has been taken over as well. It's actually slowly making its way down. That's kind of scary to think about. Thankfully, I'm ending the playthrough so then I could stop playing this world and don't have to worry about any of this anymore. What the hell is that? It was like a freaking corrupted mummy. Yeah, dark mummy. And there's a world feeder. That's the hard mode worm in the corruption. Oh god, look at this entire desert. This desert was already corrupted when I got here. Either because, like, actually, no. I think it was corrupted from World Gen to begin with, because I don't think in pre-hard mode that corruption can spread over sand. I think that's only in hard mode it can do that. And stone. But yeah, just look at all this. And then we got a tiny patch of forest. And now the ocean that is currently completely deceased and replaced with this. My ass, but this was the first ocean I saw, and now it's completely taken over. And you know what? I went down these holes, but I never actually, like, fully explored this place. So what the hell? Let's go down inside and check it out. After all, this is, like, the last natural corruption of the world, so I might as well. Yeah, look at this. This reminds me of part 7, where I fought the Eater of Worlds. And it reminds me of all the times when I kept going between the surface and underground, and the music kept changing, and it was terrible. The way the music is implemented in this game could get on my nerves sometimes. Especially with this, where it's just like, this cave is positioned so perfectly between, like, the underground and surface barriers, according to the music, that it just keeps switching if you so much as jump. But yeah, it's been a while since we've seen something like this. Like, look at all these shadow orbs, by the way. My god. And all these demon altars as well. There's so many of them. I don't remember there being this many in the other cave. Is that a dart trap? Yep, sure is. What is a dart trap to? What's a dart trap in, rather? Palladium ended out all the way up here. What's in this chest? A wand of sparking! Hey! Remember when I used this? Remember when I called it a really good weapon? It's like nothing compared to the stuff we have now. The wand of sparking, comparatively, is like throwing a twig at a 10-foot-tall monster. But at the time, it was really useful. Like, it was my only, like, good projectile weapon for quite a while. Until it was then replaced by the ruby staff in part 4. Which I used for the longest time. I think that may be my longest standing weapon in the whole series. You know, there's an entire section of cave over here that I just never went in. And that's also part of the glowing moss biome as well. Alright, well, that's enough for the surface on this side. Let's go to the other side. So here's the mountain you have to climb over, or hill, to climb over, to reach this. I remember this is the entrance to the underground ice cave, pretty much, according to me. But yeah, here's the, oh god, here's the snow biome. It's a little more pink now that I hollowed it all out, and then it spread further. But yeah, this is actually very fitting, because the first time I went through this biome, it was in a blizzard. And I could barely see the enemies. It was kind of weird and annoying. Then I built this igloo, and this is the Igloo of Frostbite. I actually didn't, look at the Hollow Pylon's, the Hollow Town's name, but I'm pretty sure it's called the Crystal of Impaling. I'll check it out later, if I remember to. And then there was this. This is still here from back when I, had to build up, and then I went up and above here. and crossed through what at the time was just some more forest, but I've since then turned into the Old One's Army Arena in part 15. And then there's this section. Where'd this water come from? Did I empty something out into here? I might have. Yeah, I'm not sure where this water came from. Ooh, it's not raining anymore. Yay! Hey, Surface Hollow music. This is what I wanted. Never mind. Well, it was gonna stop anyway, but okay, whatever. Look at all those banners that I got over the course of Tier 3. Tier 3 was nuts. Can I just say, like, I'm still surprised it was just that hard. Then during my path over here, thunderstorm was happening, and then I came down here, and there was ground here at one point before the meteorite just took it all away, but this is when I first saw the corruption, and I remember finding it and like I started to hear the music, which is what I was reacting to in that video, and I was like, oh, this is corruption music. And then as soon as I realized it, lightning flashed, and I saw the purple blocks over here. That was a really cool moment. That's honestly one of my favorite moments in the series, just seeing this corruption for the first time. And it's also kind of cool to see like the landscape of the corruption, but purified. And like all this cave that I purified over the course of 7 centuries, and it's currently taking back over, but it's fine. And then here is also my first meteorite that I took quite a while to mine. I mined most of it off camera, and then I put up this sign here that I'm pretty sure like I moused over in a speed up, but no one ever saw. This is a reference to Silent Hill, in case you don't know. I mean, I haven't played Silent Hill, but I do know that in one of the games there's a weird quote where it's like, there's a hole here, it's gone now, and that's what I was getting at. I know nothing about Silent Hill, so I just did that quote because I've heard it before and thought I thought someone would find it cool. So, to that someone out there, hope you enjoy. Even though I had to completely explain the reference, thus ruining the, like, mystery of it. But yeah, this whole place was corruption for the longest time until I eventually replaced it with this mushroom biome. And remember how this mushroom biome took me so long to realize that it was ready to have a town built in it? And I finally built one, the Mushrooms of Overdose. And I built this very recently, but I didn't even know that you could place glowing mushrooms. And I didn't find that out until later. You can't place violet mushrooms. You can place glowing mushrooms. But whatever. I still like the mud mushrooms. I think it's cool that like they got mushrooms and stuff growing out of them. And hey, the NPCs don't give a crap, so why should I? By the way, I just love how these glow pink during blood moons. I don't know why they do, but they do, and that's cool. And now here's the cave where we once fought the Eater of Worlds. I blew up a large chunk of it to give myself more room, and I didn't use the space properly. I didn't really watch the minimap enough to see where they're coming from, but that was my second boss fight in the entire game, so I give myself slack with that. Whoa. The smart cursor thing is showing up as green on blood moons. That is weird, but I like it. I didn't know it showed up as anything other than yellow, to be honest. Yeah, all this corruption's taken back over. It's getting back up here, but it'll be fine. The series is ending very soon. I don't care. And then we have the dungeon. Now, I gotta be careful around here. I just shot like a projectile at these guys. I don't want to attack them yet. Just not yet. Oh god, stop going near there. But one thing that I should really mention is that I love just the mysteriousness of the dungeon. Like when you come here and there's just a like tattered looking old guy walking around and you talk to him and he's like, "You're not strong enough to free me from my curse." I don't think I actually talked to him when I first found it, but I just love that mystery of this big place with a tunnel leading down deep into the world. And then you go down there and you get killed by a flying skull and you're like, what the hell? It's just so mysterious. And then you finally come back here, you talk to him, you click curse, you kill Skeletron, and then you go back in and you find the absolute maze of catacombs and fun that is the dungeon. That place is just so enormous. I can't believe it. It goes on quite a while. There's so many different pathways and crap. I've defeated 1,050 zombies. I never even noticed when I defeated 1,000 zombies. When did I do that? But anyway, in the video where I first found this, I just climbed past, went across this lake. I never actually built a bridge. That's interesting. And then I found these living trees. And I don't think these living trees have any more to them, but I thought I would just come back to check them out a little bit. Just in case, like, there is something I missed from here. I don't think there is, though. I can't remember what loot I found here. Oh! You know, I never picked this up. This living loom. And thus, I missed out on a few building blocks I could have used. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what I found here. I found the living wood wand and the leaf wand, I do believe. But I didn't find anything else. I don't think I found the finch staff either. But yeah, here they are. They're cool. This one goes like straight down to a lake. Is there anything else down here? Or is it just it's just a big lake? It connects over here. That's cool. There's a gnome nearby. I better watch out. But the gnome's not going to do anything to me as I am right now. Hell, it could barely do anything to me when I encountered it for the first time before. That was weird. Gnomes are weird. Just want to say, gnomes are really weird enemies. Here's where I played golf in part 26. And here's another lake I didn't bother to cross over. Here's another section of land that I just basically neglected. But this one has remained pure the whole time, unlike other places. And then the ocean, where I once again just dove down in, had some fun, and then I decided to pick this place for my new town called Shoreline of the Drowned, which was named after the mobs in Minecraft. And that is kind of my general experience with the surface. Just like, I could basically, I have the surface like written down on the back of my hand pretty much. It's so memorable, honestly. It especially helps that I have the map that fills out as you go, and like there's no way you can forget this. And I just think it's really cool. Now it feels like I've been here a long time, and I know this place very well, and I do, and I have. But anyway, let's finally go underground. I dug this shaft in part 3, I believe, when I just couldn't think of anything else to do. Found this opening. There wasn't much to it, so I just kept going out further, found a couple more openings, had some like blue slime encounters. Very, very scary. And then I dug into this room, which evolved quite a bit. Like mainly I just opened up all this space right here for the torch god when I did that in part 17. Hey, that slime had a gold coin. And then there was also this house where I died to the salamander. I don't remember what I found in there. It's probably just like, I don't know, a mace or something. All this stuff over here. I didn't actually go over here that much. But yeah, this was all the cave I explored in part 4. Down here. Found like a life crystal here. Got killed by a corrupt goldfish here, which I have honestly never seen again since I got killed by that one. That was just like a unique encounter. I have never seen a corrupt goldfish since then. And also, what? Beam sword. Well, this would be good if it weren't for the fact that I have an influx waiver which does the same thing but better. I believe... Isn't this supposed to be a reference to... Oops. Reference to Zelda? Like it's supposed to kind of resemble the Master Sword? Well, I got it. So that's cool, but that's all I can really say about that. Oh yeah, that glowing mushroom biome that I never found for the longest time. Yeah, so yeah, I just kept going deeper here. I dug this pit. Found this weird spider biome. Not really. There are no webs here, but I guess those background walls still make it count. Apparently that place is now corrupted. Very interesting. I went over here. I killed a rock golem. Of course I did. They're pre-hard mode enemies. And then I heard the mushroom biome theme, and I wanted to come down here and see it. That platform doesn't need to be there anymore. And so I came down here, and I saw it. Still, I think this is still like my favorite thing about this game's visuals are these biomes. They just look so good. I love the blue color, and I gotta say, on my second 1.3 playthrough before I did this playthrough, I had the color lighting set to white for whatever reason, where I believe, if I can show what it looks like. Look like this. Way less exciting. way less cool looking. I don't know why I had it set to white. I guess it was just a color I was messing around with. Look at that retro. This is a reference to the old versions of Terraria, I believe. And you can get trippy, which is the same thing, but with colored lighting. But I prefer color, just because like it works well, and it looks so good. The colored lighting in this game is the absolute best thing about this game's visuals by far. I didn't really, like, know what was missing about Minecraft's lighting until I played this, or saw this, rather. And it just looked beautiful. Then I believe, like, I went through the biome, came out on this end, and, did I go through here before? I never actually, went down here that often. This is apparently now Underground Hollow. Right here is when I found Tim. And I didn't kill him. Instead, like, I was thinking I was, like, getting overwhelmed with enemies and about to die, so I just left as soon as I could. Okay, yeah, I did come back here. That's good. I think that was part of me exploring the underground desert. What is that? A strange plant. I'll leave it there. I've gotten enough dye from him. But yeah, that was like my big cave adventure, and then I would continue to dig further down, find that, spider biome, the actual spider biome. And somehow I also narrowly missed this huge pool of lava right there, as I was going through the mush bar for the first time. And then I built this cavern town of granite blocks that I thought looked really cool, and called it Cavern of Incineration, named after lava. Hey, Clothier, I don't talk to you that often. Do you have anything interesting? You have a clown set, and a tax collector set. And thread. Alright, well, I still think the familiar set is your best set, because it's cool to see, like, your default appearance again. And of course, down there is when I entered the underworld, but somehow I feel less nostalgic about that. I don't really know why, because that was a pretty big moment. But yeah, that was generally my experience with this world. And you know, I'm wondering if I should fill out the rest of this black space. But also, I don't know. We'll see. In the meantime, I'm actually going to go prepare some stuff. I'm gonna do some boss farming as my next step. Well, for one thing, I'm going to prepare to fight Empress of Light during day, which I'm not going to beat. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Not gonna beat it unless I actually... I'm not gonna beat it unless I do. You know what I mean. But yeah, I'm also going to farm out truffle worms for Duke Fishron at the same time, as an extra attempt of trying to get the amethyst of impaling. That's right. I didn't want to just do crystal. Oh yeah, trying to get the Fishron wings. I still need to get those. So, I shall expand the arena. I think I'm gonna expand it this way, just because I don't really want to build it to the jungle. We all know mob spawns are probably the worst part of this whole fight, and the less mob spawns we have, the better. Ooh, you know what? I might want to get rid of this, or at least, like, level it out to be flat, which means I'm gonna chop down all these trees. Sorry! Hey, there we go. Surface Hollow theme, just as I wanted. Very cool. We don't hear this theme often, and this is a theme, like, I'm thoroughly mixed on. On one hand, it's cool, sounds great, fits the place well. The other hand, it's repetitive. At least it's not one of those, like, half-good, half-mediocre songs. It's a good song overall. It's just really short, and so it gets repetitive after a little while. And of course, there's Underground Hollow. You know, I might go back into the Underground real quick to, at some point to hear that again. Underground Hollow is really good. That's one of the, like, the best tracks in the game, in my opinion. The underground biomes, like, the underground Crimson, Corruption, and Hollow are all three really good themes. There we go. So unfortunately that means that the ground of the arena is going up by 1 block when you go over here. But you all will live. Nothing's perfect in this world. Nothing is perfect. So while I'm doing this, I just want to say, I'm cutting down trees backwards, for one thing. For another thing, I'm killing a unicorn with an electric guitar. But for another thing, I have been having so much fun making this playthrough. And, you know, normally, you wouldn't really think so with how little I've been uploading of it, with how, like, infrequently I've been uploading it, and honestly, I wouldn't think so if I were you. I wouldn't think I would be having too much fun doing this. And to be honest, the process of it is a little, like, bothersome and time-consuming, and it's also just hard to think up of things to say all the time when you're commentating for a playthrough. However, despite all of that, I think if not for the I'm enjoying this playthrough a ton, if not for the process, then for the end result. I am so happy with the end result of this series. I think I'm gonna do 200 blocks this way, for this arena. Because, like, long playthroughs like this on YouTube are honestly some of my favorites. Medium improvements for 5 minutes. Alright, that's decent. Like, long playthroughs of adventure games where you get to watch the, I guess, Let's Player, even though I don't really use that term, grow and develop as, like, not only an in-game character, but maybe also get better at the game, depending on that. It's like, the various modded Minecraft playthroughs by popular MMOs are like that. John Wolfe's Bloodborne playthrough is one of those. I just love playthroughs like that, and the fact that I have now made one of those playthroughs is just really cool. I was going to, make that go up 1 block, but I found out that you just go through the platform, and knowing me, I would fall right through, so I'm just gonna keep it the same level. But yeah, now that I have made one of those playthroughs, it's just really cool to see, like, how I went from playing Terraria's early game to where I am now, and, like, not knowing nearly as much at the start, to now knowing many, many things about it. I mean, I already knew a lot of things about it, but I was able to get better at the game. You know what I mean? Like, that progression is amazing. And the fact that like, Terraria does that progression so well. Like, the game at the beginning and the game as it is right now are almost two completely different games, with, like, how they're played and what you end up doing. Hard mode is a huge change to the game. It basically completely changes how the game is even played. And, like, being able to document this progression in a playthrough, especially as someone who hasn't played the game that much before, this playthrough has just been, like, the end result of this playthrough is something I'm very happy with. And I know to some, it may be boring to some, and I'll accept that, but, like, for me, I like it, and that's my opinion, so clearly, my opinion is better. But no, there are people out there that will like this. I'm sure of it. There are people out there who like anything. Although nobody has watched, and nobody will watch, I'm gonna end the playthrough and I'm not gonna gain anything from this. That doesn't really matter to me. I still enjoyed making this playthrough quite a lot. Despite the fact that I had to basically prevent myself from playing this game off camera, which I would have loved to do. Well, I mean, hey, the end is fast approaching. Now I'm actually able to do it soon, and that's really exciting. If I may, go into my... But yeah, I have a Minecraft playthrough that I made at the beginning of 2020. Like, toward the beginning. Or actually... Yeah, it was around the beginning. It was like March. But, you may notice, if you go to my channel page, in fact, check me on that, there is nothing there. And that is because I privated the videos. Because I wasn't enjoying making that playthrough that much. I wasn't really enjoying making the Minecraft playthrough. And part of that is, like, due to how Minecraft is designed. Another part is just, like, the stuff I was doing in each video and what I prioritized in the playthrough. Because Minecraft is primarily a sandbox game. Like, first and foremost, that is what it is. I don't know why I'm putting campfires on this side if I'm fighting a boss that instant kills me, but shut up. I'm doing it anyway, because I feel like it. But yeah, in my Minecraft playthrough, I focused a lot on the adventure sides of the game, and though that is pretty viable as a Minecraft playthrough, I think for like a long-term Minecraft playthrough, that's not really the best idea, because there's not that much to it, to the progression in the adventure side of the game. And I think that's one of the best parts of, like, Minecraft playthroughs is the progression of it all. Which I was just talking about this before. But in Minecraft, like, obviously there's progression. You build a house, you grab tools, your tools get upgraded, and that's all fine and good. Except that at some point, for me at least, that whole progression kind of stops. Because, like, I hit a wall in that game where once I get to, like, having to find diamonds and having to get enchanted gear, that's when I kind of stopped playing long-term survival worlds, and I just don't play them that much, because it requires a lot of grinding, and I don't think I would really be up for that. If I were to continue my Minecraft playthrough for as long as I was planning it out in my head, that's what the playthrough would have ended up becoming, just like a long grind fest. And although, like, I still love Minecraft, Minecraft is and will probably forever be my favorite video game of all time, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that the adventure game that the adventure side of Minecraft is perfect, because it's not. There are many things wrong with it. But yeah, I think the key to making a good Minecraft playthrough is focusing on the building and the sandbox side of it. Because since then, I found a Minecraft YouTuber named Gemini Tay, and she does many Minecraft playthroughs in like every version, but the main thing that she does in her playthroughs is building. She always like focuses on building. Every video she builds something new, and her builds are really good as well. And I think that is what a Minecraft playthrough should focus on if it wants to be interesting. My Minecraft playthrough did not focus on that, because building isn't really my playstyle in Minecraft. And while I can enjoy Minecraft's adventure side decently enough, like, it's fun for the first bit, when it gets to that diamond part, I kind of lose interest, because at that point the only interesting thing left to do is building, and as I just said, that's not my preferred playstyle of Minecraft. So then I just kind of lose interest and I make a new survival world instead, or I play something else like a hardcore run. That's kind of the reason why I prefer hardcore runs now. It's just because, like, it's one short, full game run. I don't have to do any grinding. It's just, like, the fun part of the progression, all the way to the end of the game, and then it's done. And that's really cool, and I like that. And I like Nether escapes as well, just because, like, they're a different challenge of sorts. They're a different sort of challenge, and they've got, like, an interesting premise to them. In terms of a full survival world, though, I always end up losing interest, and not only is it hard to keep an interesting playthrough going, when I sort of start to lose interest when I get to the grindy parts of the game, but there were some episodes of that playthrough, like episode 4, and some others that I can't really think of right now, where nothing really happened. There were some episodes where I would go explore on the surface, and I would walk in a direction, and I would find nothing. I would maybe find, like, one structure, one small new biome, that nobody cares about. That's so common that everyone knows about. And then that would be the video. I would go walk in a direction, find next to nothing, and then be like, okay, thank you for watching. Tune in next time. That's not a very interesting playthrough. I'm not surprised why my first video of that playthrough never got past, like, 5 views. Whereas my first part of this playthrough has 50 views right now, I believe, which is not much at all, but it's certainly good enough for me, who could barely scrape up, like, 1 view on these videos at the moment. You guys might be watching this in future, and I might be much bigger at that point. Who knows? But yeah, like, it was stuff like that, and also just some other shenanigans. Like, there was a time when I began 1.16, and I was dying in the nether over and over again, and I lost my good stuff. That's an aspect of Minecraft that I would probably criticize, is the death system, and how you have a chance of losing, like, thousands or more like hundreds of hours of progress, but just because you, like, slip off a bridge. I think that's kind of annoying. I don't think the game should be like that. But that's a topic for a different time. Basically, when that happened, I was just not really that interested in keeping the playthrough going at that point. And it's also, like, it's what I was talking about earlier, the end result. To me, the end result was not that interesting, precisely because of the episodes where nothing happened at all. And that's just how Minecraft is designed. If that were a regular survival world session, I'd been like, okay, didn't find anything today, but that's fine, I'll just tune in tomorrow. And it'll be fine. But for a YouTube playthrough? Like, something needs to happen every video. Otherwise, it's not interesting. And in the case of Gemini Tay's playthroughs, she builds something new every video. That's something. And, like, if you're not interested in Minecraft building, then you're probably not going to watch it. But you'll probably just watch, like, a Minecraft manhunt or something instead, a Minecraft challenge. But, like, for those who are interested, and do like the progression of building, those playthroughs are really good. And, like, the building progression in Minecraft is really good. Because, like, you can start with 100% nature, and then build a massive village filled with, like, incredibly detailed houses that get more and more decorated and expanded as you go. That's really cool progression. That makes for an interesting playthrough. But I didn't do that. I wanted my playthrough to focus on the adventure game, the adventure side of Minecraft. But because it didn't really give me all that much, playthrough itself ended out not really being that interesting. And because of that, as well as also 1.17's announcement, I just decided to drop it and private the videos. If anyone who's watching and is actually really interested, I could unprivate them, but also there were some other problems with the playthrough. Like, the early ones were recorded on a 13-inch MacBook Pro, and so they were extremely low quality. So I got one lacewing, but unfortunately there's 10 seconds left. Hey, one's better than nothing. But anyway, now here I am playing Terraria for YouTube, and this is a game that allows me to focus on my preferred style of Minecraft while being incredibly well developed. Like, the adventure side of this game is so well done. There's always something to do in every video. Every time I play, there's always something to work towards, there's always upgrades to be made, and I have really loved that. Because, like, in this playthrough, every single video, I made progress in some way. Like, even the ones where I didn't plan to make any progress at all, I still made progress. Like, Part 5. I went into Part 5 knowing nothing of what I was going to do. If that were one of my Minecraft videos, probably would have ended up doing nothing, and would have just said, like, okay, that's it, guys, video's over. But instead, in Terraria, not only did I end up exploring the entire surface, but by the end of the video, I had killed the first boss of the game. In a video where I had absolutely zero plans going in, which is kind of nuts. And then, a more recent example would be Part 28, the golfing episode. All I planned to do that video was golf. But during that video, a blood moon happened, and I got some new weapons that I hadn't seen before. Well, that wasn't really progression, although I did get an Uzi that I did use for the next couple videos. Still wasn't really progression. It was still new items. I was still discovering something new. I was keeping the game, like, fresh and interesting, despite the fact that all I was doing was just a leisurely golf episode. And that golf episode had come from 2 videos where I had made huge steps in progress, killing Plantera, killing the twins, getting loads of life fruit. Oh yeah, in the golf episode, I also maxed out my health bar with life fruit. Like, every single video of the series has had something new happen in it. And that is great. I'm very happy with how this series turned out. And I'm also very happy that it's ending on a really great video number, Part 40. It's just a perfect round number to end it off, divisible by 5. It's just amazing. I had fears that I would end on, like, Part 48. Part 48 wouldn't be that bad. It wouldn't be as bad as, like, Part 47. Screw all of that. I always hear those sounds when a truffle worm spawns. I don't know why. I always hear the when a truffle worm spawns. I don't think that's an idle sound of the truffle worm. There it was. It was to my right or left. I don't know which. So yeah, basically, my point is, I've been having way more fun making this playthrough than I did the Minecraft playthrough. If I do Minecraft content, it's just gonna be, like, other videos, like challenge videos. I don't think I'm gonna try a full playthrough. Unless suddenly, out of nowhere, I get tons of building inspiration, and I want to try it out. In that case, sure, I'll start it up. But until then, no full Minecraft playthrough. Just Terraria playthroughs, because this is how I prefer to play Minecraft, and Terraria is just such an amazing game. Like, the progression is paced so perfectly for a YouTube playthrough that it's honestly incredible. Fairy, where are you trying to lead me? Are you trying to lead me anywhere? Just go away. I don't care about you. But at the same time, this is kind of a game that I'm surprised that I'm enjoying so much. Kind of half surprised and not really that surprised. Is the fairy, like, taking over this thing? Should I be looking out for truffle worms more than I have been? But yeah, this is a game that I'm surprised that I'm enjoying as much as I am. No, never mind, it's underground, I'm gonna stop. Because when I first played this game, as I've mentioned a couple times, I've told this story a couple times, but when I first played the game, I didn't really like it all that much. And when I first heard of the game, I was one of those people who was just like, it's just 2D Minecraft. What's so special about it? Why don't I just play Minecraft? And that I think was because back in the day, when I was first getting into Minecraft way back in 2013, I'd heard of Terraria. And all I knew about it... Oh god, sorry. And all I knew about it was that beginning section... Let me just pull up OBS real quick. Where you chop down trees, kill slimes, build a house do all that other stuff. Are you actually trying to lead me somewhere, fairy? Okay, you actually are. Where? This ore right here. Alright, cool. Do your little poof and leave so that I can go back to truffle worms. Thank you. But yeah, I had read a little about the game since then, and I remember, like, the fact that you dig down into the underworld instead of, like, teleporting there through a portal, like with the Nether, being kind of interesting. But apart from that, I still wasn't all that interested. Like, I had heard of some other bosses, but aside from that, still didn't really grab me. Until, like, 2019. I forgot that they run away from you. God damn it. Until 2019, late summer, where that Ningashu video of defeating Wall of Flesh in expert mode on the first night came into my recommended one day, and I was like, oh yeah, Terraria. I've heard of that. You know what? Let's give this video a watch. And I did. And I was blown away by just how much stuff there was. Like, all the items that they were picking up, all the things that the person was talking about in that video. Through text commentary, of course. And then, like, after that, I also watched the Moonlord speedrun video, and there was just even more craziness happening there. And I had no idea what was happening. God, oh my god, this truffle worm. They're not spawning, and then when they do, they just get killed by some fuck-off enemy that spawns in. But yeah, long story short, I got really into the game from just those videos, and a couple of days later, actually a few days later, I decided to get it. And I played it in version 1.5.3, 1.3.5.3, I think that was the latest version, before 1.4. And yeah, I didn't really like it that much. My first impressions were that the game was kind of annoying. And that's just because of the early game. The early game is very rough, and I don't really know why. It's like, your controls are so limited, your sword is just such a pathetic job of taking down enemies. That's the only thing you have on Nightfall. So, like, you might as well just hide indoors, because you're not gonna kill these things for very long, due to how quickly they respawn. And then I would go into caves, and then be instant killed by boulder traps or explosive traps, and I'd be like, what the hell? What is wrong with this game? Why can't I make progress? It was way more annoying than I ever thought it could be. So, I just kind of stopped playing after that. And then I think I tried the game again later on, and though I made some more progress that time, it was still kind of annoying, and I still stopped playing eventually. I think part of the reason why that early section of the game was so annoying was because not only was, like, the first time I played that game, it was on a weaker computer, that on default settings, the game ran in slow motion. And I'm not even kidding. It was literally slow motion. And also, like, after about an hour or so of playing, the game would crash, and I would be reset back to the world spawn point. Because, I haven't mentioned this throughout the series, but every time you leave and reload the world, you start at your spawn point. You don't start at your last position when you left, you start at the spawn point. And I thought that was really weird of, like, a design choice at first, and I still do. Not really sure why they went with it. Probably the character system has something to do with it. The whole, like, you know, characters could play as separate worlds, they have their items, unique to each one, whatever. But since nowadays the game doesn't crash anymore, and I always end my sessions in the town anyway, I don't care about it as much anymore. But, I kind of forgot what I was trying to say, just gonna be honest. But I did find a truffle worm, finally. Don't know why it took me so long to get one. They're not that rare. But yeah, basic point is, like, I found the game to be kind of annoying, both times I played it. Like, there were so many deaths that just seemed to come out of nowhere, and that I couldn't react to in time at all. I felt so freaking powerless against the zombies, compared to Minecraft, where you could just, like, run around all crazy on the first night, and you'll be fine when you know how the game works. But it seemed like with Terraria, you had to have accessories or else you couldn't do that. Of course, you could still survive out there with zombies, you just need to, like, not kill them all the time, which is what I was doing. I found progress to be so slow. You know, I generally found the game annoying. So yeah, I abandoned it for quite a while. And in the meantime, I started to, like... Actually, I think one of the reasons I made more progress in my second playthrough than I did my first. Damn it. And I think I was, like, still preparing to keep going with the game, but I think one of the reasons I stopped is that Journey's End had been announced, 1.4, and so I was like, you know, if I'm gonna play this game again, why don't I wait for that update? So I don't have, like, this huge, massive update back when I'm finally getting into the game. And so I did, and over time I started to watch Chibi Gaming a little more. I watched his retro videos of old Terraria versions, like Terraria 1.0, 1.1, eventually 1.2. And the whole time I was just like, why can't I get into this game? Like, it looks so much fun. And they killed the fucking truffle worm again. I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of them killing truffle worms. Yeah, the whole time I was just like, why can't I get into this game? It seems so fun, but the early game is just so annoying, and I can't ever get through it. Like, that's what I was wondering watching all those Terraria playthrough videos. Then 1.4 came out, it kind of passed me by, and then I sort of got back into the game in August. About August, September, something like that. It's probably more like September. Because in September, if you look back at the dates, you will see that in September, I began this playthrough. And so, like, one day I was just like, you know what? Haven't played Terraria in a while. 1.4 came out, it's been out for a while. Why don't I do a partly blind playthrough of it? In an attempt to gain more of a following on YouTube, which hasn't gone well, but whatever. I still like making the playthrough for different reasons. And then, in this playthrough, this same playthrough that we are now 39 episodes into, and this truffle worm's about to escape again, damn it. I didn't realize that it was right there until it was too late. I finally got into this game. I finally pushed past the early game, and I have been loving it. The rest of the game is so much fun. Like, beyond the early game. Early game has its own good things going for it, and I got a little more lucky this time. It wasn't nearly as annoying as it was for my 1.3 playthroughs, and I think that's just due to luck and world generation. And also, some of the stuff I learned from those playthroughs, and also watching other videos on this game in the meantime. But still, like, I pushed past it, and I was finally enjoying this game. And I am finally enjoying this game. And now, almost half a year later, it's ending today. Or, not today, tomorrow. It is ending. And that's honestly kind of nuts. By the time you watch this video, I'll probably have clocked in another 20 hours on this game playing on my own, because I'll have been done with the playthrough by the time you see this. But yeah, that's just kind of an opinion I have with this game, is that early game kind of does the rest of the game a disservice. I'll talk more about this in the last video. But yeah, I did want to say that. I think 4 truffle worms is good enough. 4 attempts against Duke Fishron. Let's go back and let's get to fighting him. Hello, Bananarang. Where did you come from? But seriously, just this act of progressing through the game, finding these new items, being like, oh, what do they do? And even getting some comments on my early videos, though, like, my later videos are another story. Just, like, doing all this has been so much fun. And being able to document it in a YouTube playthrough just makes it so much better. So yeah, that's been my experience making this playthrough. The process of making it has been a little like time consuming, and I haven't been that motivated to do it, as you could tell by the infrequency of uploads. It wasn't until recently that I actually started uploading more frequently. Should use this a little more, this is fun. And I think that's just because, like, commentating over these videos is kind of a pain. Like, when I'm playing a game normally, obviously I could just, like, be left with my own thoughts in my own head. But here I have to keep talking, or to keep, like, the video going, which is what I signed up for with a commentated playthrough. Frankly, I don't think a Terraria uncommentated playthrough would be that interesting unless you put, like, text over it or something. If I were to do a Terraria uncommentated playthrough, what the hell was with that tornado spawn? I probably would have just gone completely silent, no text or anything. Or maybe I would have put text. I don't know what I would have done if I kept going with my no commentary ways like my older videos. Alright, he's been killed. Is that it? Yes! Jagged Fisheron wings! Only took 1 attempt this video, but we got the Fisheron wings! Yes! Let's see them. Oh, awesome. They fly up so fast and so far. That's gonna be a real help. I'm pretty sure, aside from some special wings that you can't get right now. What is... I did not notice that the Mirage Die does that. I did not notice that at all. Whoa, interesting. Anyway, this will be a huge help for events, because I'm pretty sure it's the best wing set you can get in the game at this point. You can't get any better wings than Fishron wings. So that's great. Alright, I'm going to do some more lace wing farming. And then I guess we'll begin Empress of Light during day, since I accomplished one of my goals this video. Let's see if we get any lace wings. Was I in the middle of a thought during Duke Fishron? I may have been. But I can't remember what the thought is, so sorry. Anyway, you get the point. I've been loving this playthrough. I'm really happy with the end result. And I cannot wait until I finish it and then can play this game on my own. I'll save my full thoughts on this game for the end. But, like, you know by now, it's obvious that I am really liking this game. So, like, liking is kind of an understatement. I'm loving this game. This is going to be one of the games I spend the most time with from, like, here on out. I'm going to be spending so much time on this game. Right now, I began this playthrough with, like, 7 hours. I'm at, like, 90 hours right now. Throughout the whole playthrough, and I think my character is at, like, 60 hours. Have I mentioned this? Well, I don't know. But I guarantee you that when this playthrough is over, in, like, a month, at least, they will be doubled. That count will be doubled. Because, goodness, this game just seems so much fun to play. I cannot wait until then. I cannot wait until I can play it on my own. Okay, so I managed to get 2 more prismatic lace wings, meaning I now have 3 of them. I'm gonna quickly put away the book in the money trough before I forget, and then I release a lace wing, then it despawns, and then I get sad. I'm gonna real quick go reforge my, my wings to be something better. How's it going? No. Reforge. There we freaking go. 12 gold. Not very much at all. Let's go with armored? I think I'd rather get, like, increased damage. Rash. Melee speed. No. Jagged, which is what it was before. Warding. Oh, that would be good. That would put me at 72 defense, but that's only, what, like, 30 damage blocked? That's really close to what I have right now. Defense... it's probably not really going to be as useful as damage will be. Guarding, it's just more defense. Angry. Should I stop there? The best damage modifier is menacing. But I think I'll stop there with angry. Let's go with angry. So I got spiked. You know what? Let's reforge this. Menacing. There we freaking go. Give me that. Armor, no, we'll keep that. We'll also keep that. Yeah, okay, I've got increased damage, and also this is giving me increased damage as well. This will also give me increased damage. Wrath Potion will give me even more increased damage. Okay. Yeah, alright, I'm good with damage. We're fine with damage. It's time to put Lucky Steam Bug things away in old things. And you know what? One last thing I want to do is reminisce about the old things. As the game took forever to load that. Goodness. The purple phase blade is first. Did I hit sort items on this once? Anyone remember this? It's actually faster because I think I've got like an accessory that increases speed, maybe. Still don't remember it swinging that fast, but whatever. Yeah, this is like the first weapon I used ever. I just basically skipped the copper short sword, but copper short sword is here. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. You do need it to craft the final sword of the game, the Zenith, however, so I'll be keeping it around. The Imp Staff, oh, the Water Bolt, the Leaf Wings, the Beekeeper, the Vile Thorn. The Vile Thorn! I loved this thing. Somehow I didn't really find... I just killed the bunny with it, I'm so sorry. Somehow I didn't find that much of a use for it in hard mode, but... oh, here's one of Sparking. Oh my god. Those were the days. There's the Eye of Cthulhu in the background. The Hornet Staff. That was my first summon weapon. I also made a lead pickaxe at one point, but I can barely remember it. Amethyst Hook, Wooden Hammer, the Gold Axe, regular minecart. What minecart do I have right now? Oh yeah, the Demonic Hellcart. Haven't really used that much. The Rally. It's awesome. Whoa, I just realized the incredibly fast speed. Just look at that. Oh my god, that's so awesome. It's weird that I'm getting this in the second to last video, but hey, we are actually going to be getting some new weapons in the very last video, so what's really that different? Oh yeah, and then I did want to look at making the hollowed set of armor. I only have hollowed leggings. Do I have any leftover hollowed bars? I have only 4. Because the hollowed set gives you, like, a bonus where you don't take a point of damage if you can, like, successfully land a hit on the boss first. So you know what? Delay this by a bit. I think I'm gonna sleep until nighttime, and we're gonna fight some mechanical bosses. Okay, it's about to hit nighttime, so I'll bring up my mechanical eyes that I have 4 of, and we're gonna fight the twins, which is probably my, favorite mechanical boss. Actually, you know what? That was something else I was planning to do this video, is to give my thoughts on all the bosses, since I gave my thoughts on the events last time, so why not? Let's do that while I'm fighting this. I think that... Okay, let me just go through the bosses in order. Pretty much all the pre-hard mode bosses... Okay, good, no events. Let's just get this started. Pretty much all the pre-hard mode bosses are loads of fun. Eye of Cthulhu, Eater of Worlds, like, all those guys, and, you know, Wall of Flesh, Queen Bee, even Skeletron, although, like, those are all really fun fights. I love their attacks, I love how, I don't know. They're kind of very easy, but I still like them. They're fun fights, for sure. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna get even more fun on later difficulties, where, you know, they have, different attacks and, like, different behaviors. That's gonna be really, really interesting. I think my least favorite pre-hard mode boss is probably Skeletron, because Skeletron just doesn't really have an interesting, like, second phase. It's really just, I got a Retinazer trophy, that's interesting. 15 hollow bars, might have to do them again. All Skeletron has, I didn't have enough hollowed bars, so I have to do the fight again, but it's fine. All Skeletron has is just, like, you know, he attacks you with his hands, with contact damage, and he sometimes does that charge attack where he moves at 5 miles an hour and lowers his defense, basically opening himself up for hits, and that's it. That's all the attack is, at least on normal mode. That's it. He doesn't have a second phase, he doesn't have any interesting attacks, and the fight lasts for quite a while. So yeah, he's probably my least favorite pre-hard mode boss. As for hard mode bosses, or actually, finally, I think Wall of Flesh is a little too easy for the final boss of pre-hard mode. Like, sure, if you're unprepared, sure, if you don't know of the Wall of Flesh's existence, it ends up being much harder than it actually... It ends up, like, seeming much harder than it actually is, but it actually is really, really easy. It went down so fast, despite being the final boss of pre-hard mode. I did kind of expect better, honestly. I expected more of a fight. Can't make the chestplate still, gotta fight them one more time. Anyway, as for hard mode bosses, Queen Slime, it's loads of fun, although her boss music is honestly my least favorite music track in this entire game. It just does not fit the fight at all. It does not fit a boss fight, let alone one that's that hectic. But anyway, as for the mechanical bosses, the Destroyer's alright, the Twins are really fun, Skeletron Prime... I don't know. Skeletron Prime might be my least favorite boss in the entire game so far. Like, not only of the mechanical bosses, but of the bosses in this game in general. Because, like, Skeletron Prime just doesn't have any interesting attacks, and the fight lasts so long. Skeletron Prime has so much health for no good reason. I got a Spasmatism trophy and a Retinazer trophy. That's great. Let's put them up together up here. There we go. That looks great. Alright, can I make the chestplate yet? Thank you. So there we go with hollowed armor. Let's check what it looks like without the dyes. Yeah, looks very cool. So I believe with this, I should be able to hit an enemy and then get a buff that allows me to avoid taking a hit. I don't know precisely how that works, but I know it's pretty damn good against Empress of Light. I know, let's put the dyes back on. I do like the Mirage dye, and I don't really want an inventory space being taken up. But, Plantera, beyond the mechanical bosses, Plantera would probably be my, second least favorite boss, just because its pattern doesn't seem all that interesting. I probably did just get lucky with her attacks, especially because she did kill me the second time, but aside from, like, you know, circling the boss, which you obviously have to do, and kind of avoiding the second phase collision detection, the boss just kind of becomes, if you have an open space, you win, if you don't, you lose. That's just what it seems like to me. Of course, I haven't fought her that many times, because I haven't bothered, but, you know, that's what it felt like from the 2 times I gave her a shot. Golem is really easy, but I think that he's still, like, he's a glass cannon. He could be a really powerful attacker. And I think people don't give him enough credit for that. His attacks do a lot of damage. And looks like we're gonna have to sit through rain again. Goodness, so much rain. Okay, I think that's it. I think we're ready. Oh, wait, and unless the solar eclipse happens. Good. I think that's it. We are ready to go take on Empress of Light during day. Let me grab the potions that I quick stacked back away. For some reason. I'll bring magic power, I guess. Just because why not? We're absolutely not gonna win this fight. But we'll try anyway. Anyway. Duke Fishron, really fun fight. Empress of Light, really fun fight. Spawning in the Empress of Light is the worst part about it, but that's separate from the fight itself. The fight itself is fantastic. And I have no opinion on the final boss quite yet, because I haven't fought him yet. But I'll give you my opinion when I do fight him. In the meantime, though, let's try Empress of Light during day and see how long we last. Oh god, here we go. 3, 2, 1... It's time. Alright. So she does have a slightly different attack with one of her attacks later on. Like, the bolts is slightly different. You can also see that... Ooh, all her attacks are, like, bright yellow now. Whoa. Instead of rainbows. And that is the indication... Oh no, the arms dealer! That is the indication that you're fighting her during daytime and her attacks are now instant kills. Oh, Jesus. The merchant, no! Everyone's dying! Oh man, why did I have to spawn this over a town? Whatever, it's fine. They'll go back. They'll come back. Under different names, but it's still them in spirit. It's the same character, whatever. Whoa. Well, yeah, one of her attacks later on is quite a bit different. Whoa, I dodged the attack. Okay. I don't know what the cooldown for that whole like, shadow dodge attack is with hollowed armor. But we're not doing that bad, all things considered. Like, the thing being considered is the fact that this is an instant kill version of the fight. We're not doing that bad. I thought I would be dead way sooner than I actually am. Oh, look, I got the protection again. You know, I might actually be able to defeat this. I seriously doubt it. Especially when we get to the second phase. But anything's possible. I didn't drink any of my buffs. Okay, there we go. Drank my buffs. Does she have a dispense boost during day as well? Jesus, how many boosts do you get? I guess her attacks are instant kills on the NPCs as well. I didn't expect that. I thought it would be, like, players only. So you don't, like, exterminate your entire NPC village if you choose to do this fight over it. Which is something that I chose to do for some reason. Alright, we're entering second phase. I've given myself 3 attempts on this, and then we're just gonna... Oh my god, here's the attack! Oh my god! Yeah, that's very different! Clearly, very different. That's kind of insane. Wow. Oh, that's different pattern to that attack as well. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! God, she launched that attack! Okay. Okay. Oh my god! Oh my god! How am I alive? How? Oh god! The wizard was slain all the way from here. My god. I'm killing all my NPCs. I killed the nurse as well. Jesus. Well, you know, the fight is doable. But holy crap, that second oh my god. Okay, there should be enough villagers now. There we go. Jesus, I've been killing everyone. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to keep killing them. So we got Holly the nurse now. That's a shame. Some of those NPCs have been alive the whole game, and now I've killed them. I wish I could have kept them until the end, but alas, no. Alright, let's try that again. Holy crap. I just have to say that. Holy crap. Oh my god, this is so fun. Seriously though, I'm gonna have a great time! That was bad. I used up my dodge. Whenever there's like a little cross icon right there, and whenever there's 3 different versions of myself on screen, that means I have the protection and can withstand a hit. Okay, I have the protection now. It only lasts like 25 seconds apparently, which doesn't sound that fun. Oh, I used it, damn it. Oh, I missed. I can imagine doing this being so much fun. So there is a special item you can get by doing this, where if you kill her during daytime, like, make sure that every single bit of damage was done during daytime, you can get the Terra Prisma, which is a really, really good summoning weapon. Like, the best one in the whole game. Basically. Damn it, I used a freaking dodge on that one. I also have the Master Ninja gear. Now we have Reginald, the arms dealer. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! Reginald just died immediately. From the lances. God, those lances. Happened so fast. I only have one more attempt at this. This is fun, honestly, though. I'm gonna have a great time doing this, like, off camera, attempting this challenge. So yeah, one more shot, and then that'll be it, and we can go freaking do what I was supposed to do this whole video. 3, 2, 1, last attempt, here we go. But yeah, the Terra Prism is a really good weapon, and to beat it, you have to beat Empress of Light during the daytime. And I think that is really cool. I didn't bring buffs. I think that is a really cool way of rewarding the player for completing such a massive challenge like this. That is such a good idea. To, like, you know, this boss is already kind of hard, but if you master it, you get a really good weapon as a reward. I just killed a pink slime. Interesting. Yeah, that's just a great idea. Let me go pick up this pink gel that dropped over here. Oh my god, I used a shadow dodge on that because I'm an idiot. I could totally do this given enough prismatic lace wings, but I only had 3, and this is the second to last video in the series, and I want to finish this damn series, so we're stopping it here. I also think it's just really cool that, like, if you fight this boss during the day, it's more powerful, because, you know, it's the Empress of Light. It makes sense that she's just infinitely more powerful when there's light, when it's light out. This is just a really cool boss. Gotta say, I love this boss. This boss was a 1.4 edition, right along with Queen Slime, and many other changes. Like, almost half the things you've seen in this playthrough are probably 1.4 edition, if I were to guess. Okay, oh god. There she is. Jesus, oh my god! Like, you have to get out of the way of those. You can't just stand in between the lines anymore. You now have to get out of the way of those. You have to do some weird movement for that. And oh my god! Alright, I am protected from another hit again, but it's about to not... Oh my god! This freaking fight! Oh! Oh man. This is so much fun. I love this fight. The new arms dealer and the new nurse are killed. Oh man, do not do this fight near a town. Just have to say, do not do it in or near a town. I think this is where I die. No, not quite yet. Now, no. Oh my goodness. Jesus. The merchant as well, just to top it off. Oh my god. Oh. I shouldn't get too confident now. Oh my god, come on. No. Oh, damn it. I got it so low. The die trader, just to the icing on the cake. Alright, that's enough killing NPCs. That's it. That's my 3 attempts. I got really close. If I were to do that again, I'm pretty sure I would beat it, but yeah, we're gonna stop there. Jeez. The NPCs have just been dying. So now I know. Do not do Empress of Light Day in a town. Now I need to wait for the merchant or the... Look at all that. Now I need to wait for the merchant or the nurse to arrive. Or I could just make my way back there. It's not that far. Alright, that's it with that crazy fight. I almost beat it. And that just goes to show how well designed that boss is. I mean, it's pretty much just because of my hollowed armor. So definitely take hollowed armor to that fight. 100% do that. It is so helpful. And, like, you probably will win because of it. You just need to, like, take a hit every 30 seconds or so. Of course, like, no damaging the fight is way harder than that, but still. That fight is absolutely doable. But I'm not doing it. Sorry to say. Let me put up the purple slime banner right there. Alright. Quick stack away these chests. I've added 3 deaths to the counter. Let's see. So that is now 35 deaths in the series. Well, I'm not sure how much more we can get, because I think I still have to go do one more thing, but after that, that's going to be it for this video. So, yeah. Well, I still have to go do the aforementioned one more thing. So we're gonna go deal with those cultists. And I'm gonna bring along some buffs. I think, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need the Charm of Myths. I'll use that for I'll use that during the event in the next video. But I will not use it right now. Okay, here we go. I don't think I need to change this platform at all. I think this platform will suit my needs perfectly. So, I think I'm just gonna drink my buffs, Endurance and Wrath, and I think that's pretty much all I need, because I hear that this fight is really easy. So let's go down here. We're gonna kill these guys. We're gonna kill all of you. Screw all of you. Screw everything that you prey on. Okay. You do not know my final form! That's what he was saying as he was sucking all that up. Alright, this is the lunatic cultist, who does not have an intro message, but his name is the lunatic cultist. And this is like the penultimate boss in the game, yet despite that, it's apparently a very easy boss. It's that one. Okay, so he's got quite a few interesting attacks. He like launches these homing fireballs at you, he launches this ice that shoots in 5-6 directions. Oh yeah, he's got this. He's got the zappy machine. None of this is that hard to avoid, though, and I will agree with that. Though sometimes he does this little ritual thing where you have to find the real one, and he's right there. All right, that was pretty easy. I think it helps that I'm doing this fight at nighttime, where he has like a different glow. Oh my god, I'm still taking quite a bit of damage on this fight, unfortunately. But I mean, I'm taking quite a few hits, I think is what I mean. I am not taking that much damage on the fight at all. Yeah, this is definitely quite easy. Alright, this one. I believe if you attack one of the duplicates, a second cultist comes out and attacks you at the same time. Oh god, now that he's half health, he's using new attacks, like he's using this thing, those little things. I believe these do lots of damage, but if you just keep swinging your possessed hatchet or your weapon or whatever, you should destroy them as they're coming. This guy's fun though. Like, he's easy, but he's still really fun. And you know what, like, Golem may be quite a fun boss to master, but I still think this guy has more interesting attacks. Because, like, I just like the looks of them more, and I like avoiding them more than Golems, if I'm gonna be honest, or even like Plantaires, or even the twins. But he's almost dead. That's him. Oh god, 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 back home, we're going, see ya. Well, celestial creatures are invading. So first it was goblins, and then it was pirates, then it was Martians, then it was everything else, and finally celestial creatures. So allow me to take a look at the map. Alright, there they are. So, this is the final event of the game. It stopped raining, cool. This is the final event of the game right here, the lunar invasion. We must go to all of these pillars, kill all the enemies around it, and then destroy the pillar. The pillar is like a shield around it, and the shield doesn't get destroyed until you take down the enemies, enough enemies. And then once you destroy all 4 pillars, the final boss of the game, the Moon Lord, will spawn after a short time. And once the Moon Lord goes down, that is the end of the game. So, we are well on the way to the end of this game. But I'm gonna save that for next time. Because as much as I would love to just beat the game now, I have been recording for 1 hour and 47 minutes, and this video has been quite eventful already, so we're gonna save all of that for next time. We got a Lantern Knight. Wonder what that was from. Oh, from killing a lunatic cultist. I guess the lunar events don't prevent stuff like that from happening. In that case, I hope we get the NPCs back soon. It is nighttime, so I don't think that's gonna happen. But still, you know what I mean. Anyway, next time on Terraria, we're going to take on the lunar events and fight the final boss of the game. I don't know if it's going to take me 1 try, 2 tries, or maybe even 24 tries, but we're going to do it. And after that, the game is going to be done. Like, I can't believe this. We got 1 more episode to go. And then we're done. So, I thank you all for watching, especially if you watched this far. I hope you join me for the finale. And as always, I will see you all in the future.